Yes, sir. What's going on? What's going on?
What
Opps
up?
SportsCast back in it. How you guys doing?
What's up, man?
Not
Chilling,
much.
man. How you doing?
Doing well, doing well. As you guys can see, we are live and direct here on our 51st episode of the Opps SportsCast. We crossed over that big hump onto the next big one. So big plans in store. A lot of good things coming up in the future. Some ideas rolling here with the Sportscast crew. So stay tuned. We appreciate you guys joining us every Wednesday night here on the Opps Sportscast talk show. So as you can see, we do not have Chris Peasy for the moment. He is possibly working his way through. He is gonna likely join us, but in the meantime, enjoy this lovely photo of Peasy on his cruise that he just finished with his family um, until he joins us, if he joins us. But nonetheless, we'll keep the show rolling. We'll make it happen. So,
Yes,
in good old Peasy-esque, let's start off with our crew. And we'll go right below that lovely picture of Peasy,
It's your boy Big Zeke.
Big Zeke. And to his right,
yeah. Welcome, everybody. It's Dave in the cut.
Dave in the cut. And of
Yeah.
course, I'm Josh from Eastside. Fellas, how we feeling? We got the Super Bowl coming up. We got Winter Olympics coming up. The NBA draft deadline has been quickly approaching. A lot of moves on that front. A lot of different things. A lot of different movement in the sports world. What are you guys feeling? What's hot? What's hot the topic for you?
What you guys eat?
Um, I would hope that you already know my answer.
Baseball.
We got
Yeah.
5 days until pitchers and catchers report.
Yeah, man. We need
Couldn't
that.
care
We
less
need
about the Super Bowl. I couldn't care less about the halftime show. Couldn't care less about the NBA trade deadline.
that. Let's
Let's
get
get
it.
them boys to Arizona and Florida. Let's get this party rocking.
Yes, sir.
WBC coming up. I am excited for baseball.
Bro, I'm watching Caribbean baseball right now. It's been on for the last like 2, 3 days.
Two
And
tree, 1, 2 tree.
two, three
Yeah, I
days.
caught some of it.
Yeah, man. I've been up on it. Uh but oh yo, it's just we just got some breaking news, man. So Framber Valdez actually signed with the Tigers.
Mm.
Dang.
Yeah, no, man, that kind of killed our story a little bit.
Wow.
3 years, 115 million.
He got 150.
He did, bro, from the Tigers.
Wow.
Yeah,
I wonder what that does to their Turk
Scooble,
Skubal future.
bro. Scooble asked for 32 million in arbitration, and they offered him 19. This dude just won the Cy Young, and they disrespected him like that, man.
When is that? When is that hearing? Is that today or sometime this week?
The hearing was today. They're gonna come down with the decision tomorrow.
Got you.
So basically, Josh, what arbitration is with the MLB is, you are you familiar with it?
I understand arbitration with unions. I'm assuming it's pretty similar.
I mean, yeah, pretty much. What sucks about MLB arbitration is they basically have to go in there. He has to go in there and argue why he's worth 32 mil. They have to go in there and argue why he's only not worth 19 mil.
Which is
The
crazy.
AAV. This dude just won the Cy Young, bro. This dude mowed everybody down that he faced this year, and they're gonna go in there and try to argue that he's not
Not,
worth
not,
32.
not only did he win the Cy Young, this was his back-to-back Cy Young.
No
And
doubt.
last year he won the pitching triple crown, where he led the league in wins, ERA, and strikeouts. And they're
Wow.
trying to be like, yeah, best we can do is 19 mil.
Yeah.
Get
So
out of here.
like
We see,
that's
we
crazy that
see about
somebody
19 out of that performance, bruh. Yeah,
somebody
That's
shouldn't even
crazy.
with those kind of accolades. You should literally the accolades will fight for you. Like you shouldn't have to say a thing. It's just that's how money goes, man.
And what'd you say? Framber got what? 3 for 15
three for
or three
one
for
fifty.
115?
Yes,
That's
sir.
38 mil a year. And they want to give Scuba 19? Yeah, I
Yeah,
hope he
man.
walks. I hope he leaves after this year.
I do too, man. I think he will.
Hey, what's up, Brady? Shout
Would
out to
you?
Brady.
Shout out to
Brady.
Brady, man.
Yeah,
Oh, I'd
man.
absolutely bounce.
Olympics.
I'd give them the Pete Alonso treatment. I'd go out there and pitch my best season and tell them to kick rocks afterwards. Y'all better trade me at the trade deadline because I'm not coming back.
Yo, that's so bananas, man. We'll get into it though. I'm
Yeah,
sorry,
most
Josh. I
definitely.
just
No,
needed to break
no,
that.
that's all good, man. It's you know how it goes. We gotta do what we do best, man. Talk it up. Of course, big love to Miss
Hey,
Mama
mom.
Johnson. She's in it. She's in
Hey,
it.
mama.
She's in it. She said she was gonna show up. This is our day one right here, man. We appreciate all of our viewers and all of our contributors to the show here. So, of course, if you haven't already, like and follow, share our live, and just subscribe. And just continue to join us. That's all we ask for. We appreciate you guys coming in week after week and entertaining us as we entertain you. But we got a lot to talk about. We're going to talk about maybe a little bit of MLB. Depends on where we go with that. We're going to talk about Super Bowl 60 coming up. Of course, that's the big topic. And then within the NFL world, we've got some Hall of Fame uh, people that missed out who should have been there. Of course, we're going to talk about some of the coaching. Pickups across the NFL throughout the last couple of weeks. We're still talking through our Stafford and May discussions. Maybe discuss a little bit of the numbers there, and then we'll go into the Rooney Rule, and then maybe a little bit of what happened in sports world today, and then we got a lot of topics to discuss in our roundup. A lot of things happening in the sports world. So let's jump right into this. All right, I'm going to throw this first banner up. And we got Super Bowl 60 right upon us.
Yeah.
We are throwing a Super Bowl get together with the East Side Fantasy Group. A lot of the East Side men. Your boy Dave in the Cut himself has been gracious enough to host this year's Super Bowl. I'm looking forward to it. Looking forward to it, man. It's gonna be a good time. We already got a few people committed already. I think it's
Yeah,
gonna be a
man.
good turnout. And what do you guys think? What are our thoughts? Where are we at with the Super Bowl right now? I know Zeke says he's but
Yeah.
I'm excited for this one.
Man, Zeke hates football so much he won't even come to your man's house for the party, man.
That's
I'll make a
crazy.
cameo.
Yeah, I know.
That's what I'm talking about.
You gonna
You're
drive
I'll make
by
a
and blow the
cameo.
horn.
yo. We could literally
I'm
walk.
around the corner. If it's warm, you know what? I was about to say if it's warm enough, I'll take a walk. But it's about to be brick this weekend.
Don't do that,
Never
man.
mind.
Oh man,
Yeah,
for real. We could throw snowballs at Zeke's front porch from David the Cut's house. So
for real, man.
that's funny. But yeah, no, for me, I'm looking forward to seeing what Drake May has to offer in his QB role and his up and coming stardom. I think that he's starting to flourish in what everyone thought he was going to be coming into the league from draft. Um, so I'm looking forward to seeing how he handles the big game. This is a big game. It's one thing to be in the playoffs. It's another thing to be in the Super Bowl, the big game, in front of some of the biggest names. I mean, there's going to be people in that house that have a lot to say, and so I think this is going to be a really good test for him. But also on the flip side, I really want to see Darnold, do his thing. I think that he's been overlooked for many years. I think that his time with the Jets has been kind of part of his demise up until now. He really kind of shined when he played with the Vikings. They were able to bring out his abilities and talents again, and they built it. Of course, he had Justin Jefferson he was throwing to. So I mean, anybody could really look good throwing to that guy. He can go out there and get it with the best of them. But
No doubt.
um, I think it still is a testament to his consistency and his love for the game. So um, yeah, I'm excited to see this. We got a couple of good teams going at it. What are you guys feeling?
So obviously, last week I picked the Hawks, man. My wife's a Seahawks fan, and I just like the whole Sam Darnold story, bro. I mean, it's just, you know what I'm saying, and we can all agree that, the places he's been, it hasn't been great, but I felt like when he was in Minnesota, I just felt like, it was a good fit for him. You know what I mean? I have no idea why they took the chance on the other kid, man, and just didn't keep him around. Kind of, not that he's old enough to be in a mentorship role, man, but I mean, just think about the good that could have come out of that, especially the previous season that he had. Now
Yeah.
you got Justin Jefferson coming out saying, "Yeah, I think we probably would have been good this year if Sam Darnold was around." He's like playing the Captain Obvious role. You know what I'm saying? It's like Stevie Wonder could see that. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So, and I feel bad for Jefferson because numbers wise, man, he had an abysmal year. You know what I mean? So, while I'm going, on my tangent about Darnold, I do want to bring something back up, and I know you guys are sick of me talking about this. The whole Stafford May argument, right?
Ooh.
So now, shout out to Cynthia Freeland on at the MLB, not MLB, I'm sorry, NFL Network.
Hmm.
She had this poll going about is the is the uh, is the race just down to May and Stafford? And I'm like, yeah. I mean, it's like, who else you gonna bring in there? Who else would you bring up? Now you guys know that I'm riding with May, and you guys were saying, Stafford's running away with it. He's in his 17th year, whatever. He's run away with it. He's got all of these yards. I took I took the liberty of digging into this comparison, and I want to bring this up real quick.
No doubt.
All right, so let's get into this. I want to bring this up. So here's the comparisons that we're talking about, and so I personally want to hear you and Zeke defend Stafford's argument for MVP based on what we see here against Drake May.
What do you want? I'd still take Stafford over Mac.
Okay, what
Yeah.
what on here tells you that that's a good idea?
Well, I mean, there again, I think a lot of it has to be in context. And if you're looking at just the green blobs on each side, um, of course it's going to be like, oh yeah, Drake May has more green than Matt Stafford. But for me, what defines MVP, what defines the most valuable player is this: if that person was not with the Rams, or if that person was not with the Patriots, would they succeed?
Hmm.
And I would argue that Matt Stafford has both the veteran presence and also the historical numbers to validate his ability to lead. And then furthermore, you compound that with the amount of yards that he threw for, the amount of touchdowns he threw for, and you also look at it from the perspective that he had a more difficult season, a schedule ahead of him than Drake May did. And basically, the numbers, I mean, they are not far off. If you're looking at um, the completion percentage, it's not far off. If you're looking at the yards per attempt, it's not far off. If you're looking at the rating, it's a couple of digits off. If you're looking at the rushing attempts, that's completely different because Matt Stafford is an old man and he doesn't have to run anymore. He will pick you apart with his arm. If you're looking at the rushing attempts and the rushing yards, that's the point. If you're looking at the rest of that stuff, it really does not compare. The fantasy points, again, they're right there. And then they both were selected for Pro Bowl and both selected for All Pro. So
So my thing is, what does his historical value have to do with it? Because we're talking about this year.
Understood. I'm just saying when it comes to his value, you do take some historical into it. I'm not saying that the MVP race is selected based off of historical stats this year. I'm not saying that. What I'm saying is his value to the team is lifted a bit higher because he comes with again a veteran presence. That's really all my point was there.
Yeah. So basically, you're saying like if he was off that team, it'll be a bigger loss for the Rams than it would have than if Drake May was off of the
Yes, exactly.
Zeke.
Listen, I see your chart. I see your numbers. I see Drake has a lot more green than Stafford does. I don't. Dang, what's up, Ish? Um,
Look at Ish.
I, my man.
Give
Oh,
it to the
Yo,
Bills fans
what?
like we do.
catching strays. They not even part of the conversation. Ish came through like pew pew
Yo,
pew.
he trying to get at you, man.
Hey man, listen. Don't let Lou see that. He gonna come at you like he did me a couple weeks
No, you're
ago
not kidding. Right from the pulpit.
from the pulpit. Anyway,
Uh,
um, like I don't look at the wins and the losses as an individual stat because I mean Stafford don't play defense.
right.
So I mean I as someone who supports Dak Prescott, he'd have a lot better off record if he had a better defense. So that to me is null and void. But when I'm looking at his numbers, Matthew Stafford, I mean 4,700 yards, 46. The man almost threw
46
50
touchdowns.
touchdowns. Like
Yeah.
you take Drake's touchdowns combined passing and rushing, and Stafford still clears them by more than 10.
Hmm.
Um, and
With his arm.
in that clutch moment, who do I want with the ball? I think that's where the historical, like you take that reputation. And it's like, all right, that clutch moment. Am I taking Stafford or am I taking Drake May? Look, I'm not saying Drake May had a terrible year. I'd be a fool to look at this chart and say, oh, the dude was a bum. But for what Stafford did as a quarterback, 46 touchdowns is nothing to sneeze at. It's 4,700 yards. That's nothing to sneeze at. The
I
man
get that.
balled out. I don't understand why. I, I, I never said that he was running away with it, but all I said was I wasn't hearing his name enough. Like on this, I don't watch NFL Network and all that good stuff, so I don't know what the quote unquote experts were saying. But whenever we had MVP discussions on this podcast, I wasn't hearing his name come up enough. That's why I brought him up. I'm like, yo, I'm looking at these stats. Why are we not talking about Matthew Stafford as
Yeah,
MVP? It was
I
Drake
get it.
May, it was Bo Nix, it was whoever. Chris was on his Jonathan Taylor for president run for a few weeks,
Hmm.
and I'm like, Matt Stafford is killing it out in LA,
Hmm.
and he's not even getting a sniff of respect. Like that's why I said I think Matt Stafford. It almost felt like he was the sneaky pick when he was just out there balling.
Yeah,
So yeah, look, shout out to Drake May. I hope that he's that next one for New England. Like they've had a decent run of quarterbacks. They had Bledsoe, they had Brady, Drake May
yeah,
stepping up. Maybe he might be that dude. So we'll see. But
yeah,
Matt Stafford to be at I hate calling him old because he's younger than me,
Yeah.
but to be that age and still balling like he is, I, it screams like an MVP season to me, man.
Yeah.
no doubt, no doubt. All right, cool. Josh, you got it, man.
All good, man. So yeah, I mean, this was great. I love this discussion. You know, Dave, that's actually really good to see the numbers right in front of your face. And I think Zeke nailed it. You know, there's no way we can take away from what Drake May did, especially after if you were gonna if we were talking about comeback player of the year, sheesh, Drake May would take it with flying colors. Like mean, that man has like turned it around from last year to this year, and I think that those stats right there will prove that, no doubt. But I still kind of do lean with what Zeke said. I think that Matt Stafford, just those 40, what was it, 47, 48 touchdowns,
47, I think.
46,
47.
47 touchdowns, bro, just throwing, and that's just crazy to me. That's wild.
You know what it is, man? I mean, if we can just look at it, bro, it's coaching. I mean, look at Sam Darnold, right? We talked about Sam Darnold, right?
Hmm.
He was with Minnesota and he had a decent year. But look at where he was prior to that. Like nobody, it wasn't like the talent just like appeared out of nowhere. It had to have been there. And
Yeah,
it just takes good coaching to bring that stuff out. You feel me?
yeah.
And I just look at like where he landed with McDaniel. Is that is McDaniel, right?
Who's that
The
for?
head coach, the
I
Seahawks
think
head
so.
coach.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and good coaching. I mean, good scheming, man. Just like good play calling. Just you look at when you get a quarterback put in a good situation. I mean, he's still kind of like a renegade. But if you look at Baker Mayfield,
Hmm.
Baker Mayfield landed in a good spot with Tampa Bay, man, where you have a coaching staff that Baker can give it. He can hold a grudge and give it back to people. Like when people talk on him or say anything, kind of slight him or kind of just go at him about his play style or whatever. He tends to get a little been out of shape about it. And Todd Bowles has not been shy about criticizing him when he plays bad. But
Hmm.
Baker Mayfield respects that because it's Todd Bowles. You know what I'm saying? Todd Bowles is like, I mean, he's highly respected. The guy has been involved with the game for a long time, and he knows. Baker Mayfield knows when Todd Bowles says the things that he says, it's because he knows he's better than the situations that he's put himself in the team in. And so when you look at Baker Mayfield and how he's been allowed to be who he is in Tampa Bay, and he's seems to have thrived there,
Hmm.
he still has some things to fix and whatnot, but I think he's found a good spot. And it's good when you see these players, they land in these spots where good coaching and the coaches let them kind of be who they are and they kind of nurture those traits, those personality traits.
Yeah.
Sam Darnold, man, he just, my goodness, bro. You talk about a 2 year difference, man, of being somewhere where like, what is this dude still doing in the league? And now this dude is leading his team to the Super Bowl, you
Yeah.
know?
Yep.
So,
Yeah, another big turnaround player. Yeah, and you're
yeah,
right. You actually nailed it, Dave. Like it truly does matter about the coaching, right? Because I've always said this too, from kind of like a management position, is like I may not use the tools every day now, but my new
right,
tool belt is those that are touching the tools every day that are under me, and I
right,
just got to know their strengths and their weaknesses in order to best use the tools that are now afforded to me. So.
right.
Really does take a special person to recognize those types of things and to make it work both in the team's favor and in their favor personally.
No
So
doubt.
it's good stuff. Yeah, and then let's just throw it out there. I think we kind of have talked about it before, but what do we got? I do have the numbers here. Are we still sticking with our original choices?
I am. I got the Hawks.
All right, all right. Looks like everybody, yeah, everyone chose the Hawks. We had a couple of close scores. CP had 17-14. He thinks it's going to be more of a defensive game. Zeke had 24-20 on the Hawks. Jones, you had 34-24 on the Hawks. And I had a
Shootout.
27, yeah, shootout. And I had a 27-14 score for the Hawks. So I think a lot of people
I
were
got
expecting it.
I
Talk
got
to me.
more reasons to want the Patriots to win now.
Really?
What?
I do. Like
Oh boy.
I still want the this is the luxury of really not caring. You really don't care who wins. Um,
Cool.
I can see like the Seahawks getting their revenge from that Super Bowl.
Mm,
I would love to see them bring Marshawn Lynch down to hoist the trophy up and throw Skittles all over the field, blah blah blah. But after what transpired this week with the Hall of Fame,
hmm
I would love to see Robert Kraft come down and hoist another Lombardi trophy.
mm,
And just like, see, I did this without Brady, without Belichick. I got the right pieces in place to put another successful product on the field.
hmm
And I would love to see Peasy have a meltdown to see the Patriots back on top.
I like
So I have my reasons for wanting to see both teams to win.
That's good. That's good, Zeke. And I think what that does is it gives us a good little segue here. Part of this NFL discussion is we were going to talk about it, and it just came out that not only, like we talked about last week, did Belichick get snubbed on a Hall of Fame pick, first ballot, but Robert Kraft, the owner of the New England Patriots, also was snubbed on a Hall of Fame. And I think the NFL community, just as a whole, whether you like the Patriots or not, whether you were uh, disliking those back-to-back seasons of just complete takeover and dominance by the GOAT Brady and the Patriots and Belichick and all that came with those years and years of seeing them just excel. Like, you cannot take away from who was leading that team and who was actually putting the money up and putting the trust in the leadership to build a team to be that successful.
Right.
And so Robert Kraft was literally snubbed just like the coach of the Patriots during their glory years. And kind of what Zeke just said, they had their slump after Brady left, and they struggled for a few years. But look at them now, right back in the big game with one great season and a lot of good parts and pieces, and the potential to hoist another Lombardi for that organization. So, what do you guys think? Do you guys think that Kraft should have been chosen first ballot Hall of Fame, or do you think that the Hall of Fame um, committee had it right? What do you think?
Go ahead, Zeke.
I will never side with the Hall of Fame committee. I don't care what sport it is. Baseball, football, basketball, field hockey. I don't care. I
Cricket.
will never side with whoever's. Listen, I'm just gonna run down some key stats about Robert Kraft. He bought the team, ironically enough, 30 years ago last month.
Mm,
All
Wow.
right. And I remember seeing like a documentary. He's like almost like a Mark Cuban type. Like he's a fan who had some money and the team was about to leave town and he was like, nah, I got it. He bought the team for like 174 mil.
wow.
Wow.
Um, and like as of late 2025, they're coming in at like valued at $9 billion. I
What
think
an
he made I
investment.
think he made good on his investment.
I guess
Yeah.
so.
Um, 10 Super Bowl appearances, 19 AFC East titles, 21 playoff appearances in 30 years.
Mm.
Yeah.
A crap load of Lombardi trophies. I mean, everybody talks about Jerry Jones, Jerry Jones. I wish I had a Robert Kraft as an owner. He signs checks, he hires right people, and he gets out of the way. That's what
Yep.
an owner should be. All right. In his 30 years, Jerry bought the team in what, 80, was it 89 day, 88?
I think it was 80, 89, 88 or
All right.
89, 89, I think. Let me look.
Yeah, some stupid. Almost darn near 40 years, and Robert Kraft is just blowing him out of the water. I hate the Cowboys. Oh, um, but yeah, like if you see the way that he's run this organization. Like I said, he's had the right people in place to make the right decisions. Um, and to sit back now, and I saw To, who famously was also denied a first ballot Hall of Fame entry. Um, he made some comments kind of in line of what I said last week, like when the news about Belichick came out. If Belichick isn't a first ballot Hall of Famer, and you're not going to put Robert Kraft in the Hall of Fame, what are we doing with Brady in 2028?
Yes, that was gonna be my next thing. I was
What
gonna
are
go,
we doing with Brady in 2028?
bro. I honestly. So, do you guys think that that would be a huge slap in the face to
To
Belichick
not have
and Kraft?
Tom Brady as a first ballot Hall of Famer,
Yeah, yeah. Like I'm
the
just
the
saying,
Hall of Fame would be a joke.
just the individual alone, obviously, right? I think it's crazy to not consider him be selected. But
He
if
should be
he
unanimous.
if he is selected, which we believe he will, what does that say? Like you just said, what does that say about the snub of Belichick and Kraft? Is it warranted, or should it be? Do you think they're just going to put them all together at the same time? Like that's their plan?
That's dumb.
Nah, man.
That's
The plan,
dumb.
the
They
plan,
can't salvage it like that.
nah, the plan was hate. The pl-
Mm.
the plan is playing out exactly how whoever didn't vote for him
I
and
think Peasy made some phone calls. That's
right.
what it was.
It's what they did is they weaponized their vote.
Mm.
They're mad because Belichick ignored their question or gave them a smart mouth answer. You know,
We're on to Cincinnati.
right. So this is playing out exactly how they want it to play out, and they're looking like the big babies that they are. This is why I'm like with Zeke because I cannot stand sports writers, bro. I can't stomach them, and they act like every time they write a piece, like they're pulling up from half court with 2 seconds left to win the game. That's how they. That's their mentality when they write hit pieces and withhold votes and all that kind of stuff, man. And so I think I could do without them. And to be frank, I think that this whole fiasco with these snubs, I really think it's going to come back to haunt them because I think these committees are going to start looking at some of these guys and I almost called them a name, man. And I'm trying to stay,
Text it to me. I'll say it for you.
trying to be a good Christian man. I really am, man, because it makes my blood boil, man. Just I don't like when they do this kind of stuff because so with Peasy not being here, I'm gonna say this from my piece. Obviously Belichick is without it goes without saying, okay,
Yeah.
but if
Great,
Peasy
one of
were
the greatest
here,
coaches to do it. One of the greatest coaches to do
man, listen, you don't even have to put up an argument for the dude, man.
it.
Like this dude torched me and Peasy's Colts so many times, man,
Mhm.
and you have to respect it because when you look at Belichick, people are like, well, he had Brady, or he had this, he had that. But if
It's
you ever watched any of those NFL like behind the scenes like documentaries and stuff, and you saw how much respect he had for people like Ed Reed and just the Pete Ray Lewis, people he went up against, offensive players too. The game planning that he was sitting at his desk saying, I don't know what I'm going to do about this guy.
Mm.
I literally don't know. What do I? How
Ocho,
am I going to stop him? So
Mhm.
him and Ocho had a great relationship,
yeah, man,
Yeah.
and it was all bred
showed
from respect.
yeah, it showed the human side of him and that he really was a great coach because he had to coach his team around these other great players. So I've always disliked Belichick as the coach, but I've always liked Bill Belichick as a person, man, because I didn't like him as a coach because he was always torching the Colts. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
He was all they killed us.
Mhm.
And when you look at Robert Kraft, right? People could say what they want to say about Robert Kraft and like, the kind of person he is. They put this piece out. They were saying that he got upset with CBS because it says somewhere in a contract that if the Patriots are playing on CBS, he has to be put on camera at least one time, and that he had the glass knocked out of his suite
Mm.
because so that the camera wouldn't glare. They were saying they couldn't put him on camera because there was glare, on the glass or whatever, and he had it removed or something so they could get a better shot of him. They're trying to paint this man, as vain. He's a billionaire. Of course he's vain. You know what I'm saying? It's like, what you don't need to write hit pieces like this against the man. He doesn't have anybody around him telling him no. So he can do what he wants to do. But my thing is that when you peel back the layers of Robert Kraft, you can not like him because he owns the Patriots, and you can not like him, for things that you've heard about his personal life and stuff like that. But if you look at the philanthropy that this man and his family have set up through the Kraft Foundation and just overall his organization, man, like there were things like Deflategate and all that stuff. I mean, come on, man, really? Do you
Yeah,
really think do people really think that some deflated footballs were going to stop Belichick, Brady, and Kraft
yeah,
from
no,
blazing the trail that they blazed? No, it wasn't, man.
yeah,
It
no, I hear.
wasn't.
Yeah,
So
it's a good point.
if you look at how insane Tom Brady is on a football field and how insanely competitive he is, like deflated footballs wasn't going to be it, man. That wasn't going to be the end all be all to get them to where they were going to go. They were just great, and it was their time. It's just
Yeah,
that simple, you know.
yeah,
PZ, if PZ was here, he would disagree with me.
you probably
He'd
would.
be disagreeing with me, and he would say how much better the Colts organization is. Um, and whatever, man. If we were better, man, we would have them silver trophies lined up with, and the sun would be glistening off of them,
Mm,
and causing many fires inside of the Colts main facility. So yeah,
yeah,
Here's the thing: if people want to bash or knock down Belichick and Kraft for having Tom Brady, that's like saying Phil Jackson shouldn't be in the Hall of Fame because he went from MJ and Scotty straight to Kobe and Shaq.
right.
mm,
It's like, all right, we're gonna discredit these guys because they. I mean, sometimes with those great players, you gotta do more of a coaching job because you gotta
harder.
manage egos and personalities, man. It's
Yes,
not just rolling the ball out and saying play ball.
right.
Like,
Yeah,
you gotta. I mean, you had coaches before Phil that had those players, and what did they do? Nothing.
yep.
Well,
It's
they had
easy
to
to
let
just.
Dennis Rodman go to Vegas on his days off.
Mm,
Yeah, and
But I'm
Mike had to
saying
go
though,
get them.
it's a part of managing the personality, man,
yep,
not just the player.
yep.
Right, because Mike was like, you can't let him go, and Phil was like, let him go, he'll be all right.
Mm,
And look what happened. He came back, and the story goes he ran and lapped everybody in practice. And he's like, "Yo, you just got out of bed with Carmen Electra. How you beating us in these foot races like this?" So yeah, he knew how to manage his players. That's part of being a great coach.
mm,
And I think Belichick was an awesome coach. Like Peyton Manning was Elijah Wan, but Brady was Jordan.
yeah,
He just had the misfortune of playing in the wrong era.
yeah,
No doubt.
yeah. No doubt. And yeah, I love what you guys are saying. And of course, I can't help but bring it back to this perspective, this Christian lens, right? And the word of God is clear. Like we should give honor to those where honor is due. And I truly believe that just from that perspective, just understanding what they both did, what they meant to the organization, they 100% got it was a slap in the face to not select them and to really honor their legacy with that organization. So
No doubt.
big thumbs down to the Hall of Fame inductee class selection crew. They definitely need to get it together
They
and
get the gas face.
yeah, for real.
And
Big
it sucks because like it takes away from like the people who are actually gonna get in.
yes, yeah,
It's like this has become a bigger story than all right. Tell me who are. I know Jason Witten's like up for being inducted this year, but I know that because he's a Cowboy. I can't remember who else is up for being inducted this year.
Right.
but I know who got snubbed,
Yep.
and that's a shame.
Then you're like, now I got to decide which two that got that spot actually don't belong there, right? And so now
Right.
you got this back and forth debate, right? And it trickles down to a lot more levels than what the sports writers and these guys really truly um, consider, I think. And they just, they're in it for their own glory, I guess.
Absolutely.
But to kind of wrap up our NFL discussions here, we got a little bit to talk about with the Titans. They get Robert Saleh, who was head coach of the Jets, went back to San Fran as a D coordinator. Um, Arguably did a wonderful, miraculous job with that defense, especially
Hmm.
with the injuries that plagued that team. And they still came out, and they were not a team to sneeze at either when it came to playing them. Right? They still played great on the defensive side of the game. And then not only do the Titans get Salah as head coach, but they get Dable as their OC. And if you remember, Dable was with the Giants as head coach, was let go from his head coaching responsibilities, was one of the first firings. Um, and there was all kinds of rumors after McDermott left the Bills saying, Dable's going to come back. He's got history with Josh Allen. They argued that, Dable was actually the one who was able to get Josh Allen started in offense and really knew him, and was able to play him. And he played best when Dable was play calling for him. And then there was some thoughts that I thought that Dable might actually consider the offensive coordinator position for the Eagles because of his history with Jalen Hurts in college at Alabama. And then there was some discussions there, and lo and behold, he doesn't go to either one. He turned down both the Eagles position and the Bills head coaching position, probably for the best because he knew what kind of a dumpster fire he was going to walk into if he took that. And he goes over to Tennessee with Salah, who's now the offensive coordinator. So, what do you guys think? Do you think the Titans are the emerging team to be on the lookout for this coming 2026 2027 team with two coaches that arguably can make both offense and defense shine the way that they do?
Go ahead, Zeke.
Um, I'm having a hard time not making this uh, a biased answer
Hmm.
because I don't want to see Tennessee succeed.
Mm.
Um, Solely based on how they just unceremoniously ditched Mike Vrabel and kicked him to the curb. Um, After a couple down seasons. Um, I, that man had a good thing going in Tennessee, and um, they didn't give him the tools that he needed to succeed. And the minute the stats didn't look the way they wanted, it was all right, kick him to the curb, and now look at him, he's in the Super Bowl coaching.
Hmm.
Um, so I don't think it was a Vrabel problem. Um,
Yep.
so yeah, I don't want to see Robert Saleh fail. Um, I think he's a great coach. I think he's a great coordinator. I think he had the misfortune of having his first head coaching gig be in New Jersey
Yep.
with the Jets. Yes, I said New Jersey. I meant it.
That's where they play.
Um,
Can't argue.
Not a New York team. Um, but um, it's it's one of those things where like I get that there are only 32 of these jobs in the world, and when you get the opportunity, you got to jump on it. But I hate the
Mhm.
fact that he keeps getting these projects, the Jets and now the Titans. It's like you got a chance to be. I think he's a great coach, but you got to be like elite goat level to turn these teams around.
Yeah.
I don't know if he's that, and it's not gonna be a good look if he goes to the Titans and he goes 3-14 or 5-12 or eh, and then it's back to what, you gonna go crawling back to San Fran to be a D coordinator again.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, it just sucks that these guys they see these opportunities, and I wish him the best. Like if he's gonna succeed, and then that in turn brings success to Tennessee, then it is what it is. I want to see him be a successful head coach because I believe he can do it. It just sucks that these are his landing spots.
Mm-hmm.
These are the teams that he has to choose from. I wish he would have been able to get like a Ravens gig or a Buffalo gig or one of these high profile gigs, but it is what it is. Good luck to him.
So let me ask you though, Zeke, before we get Dave's take on this, do you think that Salah had a lot of those teams within the radar? Do you think a lot of this was only the organization's choosing, or it had a big part to do with Salah's choice?
I think a lot of it might have had to do with the fact that these teams are so desperate to get coaches in like right away. He
Mm-hmm.
was still coaching in the playoffs for a little while.
Mm-hmm.
So he lost some of those opportunities because we got to fill these vacancies right away because you know the draft is tomorrow. I don't
Right.
know.
Right.
I feel like teams should. All right, if this is the guy you want, wait it out. See if you can get him. I don't care if he makes it all the way to the Super Bowl.
Mm.
Wait it out because these guys that you're jumping all over. I mean, I don't know. If that's the guys you want, you should be willing to wait for it. So I'm pretty sure if he would have got one of those higher profile opportunities, I mean, if you're gonna settle for the Tennessee job, then you're gonna take a Baltimore, you're gonna take a Buffalo, you're gonna take one of those higher profile gigs.
Mm-hmm.
So I definitely, like I said, there's only 32 of them. So it's hard to say, well, I don't want that, I don't want that. Let me go take Tennessee. I
Right.
don't see him wanting Tennessee over those other jobs. I just think a lot of these teams, for some reason, I mean, I don't know whether it's just the urgency to get these jobs filled or if they just didn't think he had it because of what they saw in New York, which is should be looked at as more of a Jets thing than a Robert Saleh thing.
Yeah. Points. Good points. Dave, what are your thoughts?
Um, it is. I wouldn't. It's not a rebuild. I wouldn't say it's a rebuild because they have some good pieces. There, but they just landed arguably two of the top coordinators in the league.
Yeah.
You
Both
got,
sides of the ball.
huh?
Both sides of the ball.
No doubt, man. Say what you want about Dabo's time in New York. I don't think he was really ready for the head coaching job in New York, let alone the rabid Giants fans. You know what I'm saying? That whole, and that another thing too. I mean, you can't really say much to defend him because he was able to draft his quarterbacks that he had. So that
Yeah.
was his choice. He had say in that. So he may not be great at head coaching from the sample size that we got from him, but his role as a coordinator, man, is like that's already you know it's already etched in the history books.
Mhm.
He's a great coordinator. We know Robert Saleh is a phenomenal D coordinator. And so I think Salah would have been successful with the Jets had they not brought the whole Aaron Rodgers thing show to town. You know what I'm saying? I think that was a huge mistake bringing that whole circus to town, and it really overshadowed Salah's time in Jersey, man. So I'm pretty excited to see what they're gonna do. With having Cam Ward there, and then they gotta a couple little pieces on defense too. So you know, let's see how they draft and see what they can do with it. But I'm not rooting against them. You know what I
Right.
mean? So
Right.
you know, other than when they have to play Indy, but other than that, you know,
Yeah. Yeah. No, I'm with you both. I think you guys both said it. I really like Salah as, especially as a D coordinator, but I think that he had the short end of the straw. Um, he picked the short straw there with the Jets. I think that was a
yeah,
just a bad situation. It's a bad situation for any coach,
it really
especially
is.
the organization just has failed miserably year after year, and I think it goes above the head coaching office. Um, but and I really do like Dable. I think that, like you said, Dave, he's solidified himself as an offensive mind, especially being able to coordinate a crew. I don't know if he was really truly ready for a head coaching position, and maybe this is just that. This is just what he needs to maybe prepare him for that once again in the future. But um, I don't know if Tennessee really has all the parts that they need for Salah and Dable to be successful, especially with the lingering issues that their quarterback had this year, and with his lack of ability when it came to the public eye and in that media room. I think that he's still maturing, he's still growing. I would expect for him to have a much better season this year, especially with really good minds behind him calling plays. But I just don't know if the Titans really have, the complete parts that they need to be successful
Well,
on the
check
field.
this out.
Mhm.
So sorry to interrupt you, man. But
No,
real,
it's good.
I just looked it
Please.
up real quick. So they this year in the draft they have the fourth overall pick, which
Mhm.
is all right. Second round they got the third overall, and then it goes down from there. Third round they got the second pick. Fourth round first pick. So you know they
Big
could
pick.
probably do some damage with the fourth and the 35th pick,
Mhm.
and they got the 66th pick as well. So that's not too shabby, man. Like they definitely fourth overall. I mean, we already know Mendoza's going one. I don't
Yeah.
know who's going two, but they have their pick, man. And if they can get, if you know, if the O line is a weakness, man, there's so many dogs out there. I think they're gonna be all right. I think they'll pick up who they need.
Oh, that's good. Yeah, I didn't consider, you always have to think about the draft, but I didn't consider like what number picks they have, and with those picks, you're right, they have the positions to not only make some maybe draft day trades to even move up and pick some of the premier players that are coming into this year, but they have quite a bit going for them when it comes to the draft. So I do think that this is going to be maybe it's going to be interesting to see. And like you guys said, we don't. I don't want to vote against. I don't want to vote against the guys. I want to see them thrive, but also at the same time, we do have to be a little realistic um, with it. So that's good. And right as we're talking, your boy Peasy, straight from vacation.
You gonna get him in there?
He's in now. I'm gonna move that boat. He's situating himself. Peasy, what up, man?
What's good, brothers?
Not
What's up,
much.
man?
What's
What's
good?
going
I
on?
was listening to most of it, um, and I just want to say I heard what you said, Z. I heard what you said, bro.
I said a lot. What part did you hear?
He's 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 talking junk about me, man. I heard that.
Mhm.
Was the part I said I wanted the Patriots win so you can have a meltdown on screen?
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
that was it. Yeah.
So it's all good. It's all good. But I mean, you guys said most a lot of things I agreed with. Um, but I think you already waxed poetically on the Patriots. We're gonna leave that alone. We'll
Yeah.
see if they can get the job done. this week.
Most definitely. Most definitely. Good stuff. So, Peasy, glad you're in it. Although I love taking on the responsibility of it, we're gonna let you take over the helm here if you're comfortable.
For
And
sure,
that
for sure.
so we just covered basically all of our Super Bowl NFL talk, and it took a whole 55 minutes. We got heavy into the discussion, of course, as it is. So I think what we're gonna do now is we're gonna transition to that Rooney Rule.
Yeah. All right. Yeah. Pull it up on the screen here. We'll jump right into that. Um. All right. Don't we got the little tagline attached to it though?
There is one section right here. So to give context to the Rooney Rule, and let me remove your little.
All right, I got it here. I got it here. Okay, so the Rooney Rule is an NFL policy established in 2003 requiring teams to interview diverse candidates, specifically minorities and women for head coaching, front office, and senior football operation positions, named after former Steelers and owner Dan Rooney. It aims to increase minority hiring, currently requiring at least two in-person interviews for top roles. And so, the way it had it this coaching cycle, there wasn't a single um, black football head coach hired, although there was the one minority, and you guys just previously talked about him, Robert Saleh, who's of Lebanese descent.
Mm,
But there was, some people are blaming it on the fact that they got rid of like I think they call it like the pilot program where they were trying to introduce um, promising coordinators to the owners and trying to kind of like farm, the future head coaches of the league. And so the question is, should they bring it back essentially? Because they already did away with it, didn't they? They still requiring two.
Yeah, the Rooney Rule is still active, bro.
Oh, it's still active. I thought they did
Yeah,
away with that.
nah,
Okay,
man, it's still active.
it's still active. Okay, but I mean, it didn't produce any head coaches. And so, obviously the question is, I mean, is it even needed in this time?
right.
Um, I mean, I guess I'll go first. I don't think there's an issue with the Rooney Rule. Personally, like I don't think you can point to just one off season of coaching hires and say, well, we didn't get any black head coaches hired, and so there must be an issue with this, or we should just demolish the whole thing. Um, there were some, uh, just to be transparent, they lost, or the black community lost head coaches because they, from the coaching ranks this year.
No doubt.
None of them,
This
none
is
of
the
them did
current
any good
makeup
though.
right here, Peasy. Just so you know. Okay.
So there's three black head coaches left.
Yep. This is the current makeup right now. I got this from the Players Tribune.
Okay, so three black head coaches left, two black general managers, two black offensive coordinators. And so the three black head coaches would be, you already talked about them, Tampa Bay head coach,
Todd Bowles.
um, Todd Bowles.
Robert Sala
Uh,
is included in this.
Robert
Solid.
Saleh is included as a black head coach.
Yes.
Oh, that's interesting.
And then Aaron
Um,
Glenn.
Aaron
And
Glenn. Yeah.
Aaron
and
Glenn.
Aaron Glenn. And Aaron Glenn, I think we even argued on this podcast, probably should have lost his job.
Yeah.
What? Absolutely.
And so, like, I mean, how much hate you gonna give these NFL owners? Like, you know what I mean? It's a production league. I mean, if you're hiring them, you don't want to hire just based on their color. And you don't want to fire just necessarily based on their color. So they're like, if it's a results oriented league, what position are you pointing to that you're there like, hey, this was unfair? I don't personally, I don't see it. And I don't see any like coordinators that were like, wow, they did amazing. Maybe except the Vikings coordinator, because I actually thought um, former Miami Dolphins head coach, I forget his name right now. I'm sorry.
Mike.
Um,
Mike McDaniel?
No. He before Mike McDaniel, he was the head coach
Flores.
of the Miami Flores. I thought Robert Flores deserved the head coaching position, but the man took the coordinator. He signed right back up before he had a shot to, to get a shot with all the other teams. So they're like, bro, he was like the only dude I thought that probably should get that spot. I mean, what other position is? I mean, I don't know of any other position that they're griping like, hey, this man was done dirty, or this is clearly racist for not hiring this dude or firing this dude. I mean, do we have anything to point to?
So check this out. Let me break this out real quick.
While you're doing that, Dave, they just actually had the Vikings just fired their GM, who was
Yeah, they should have fired him. Black.
yeah,
He's a black dude. They should have fired him, bro. He let Sam Darnold walk, bro.
yeah, he did.
That dude should have
Let me
lost.
put JJ McCarthy in.
Yo, man. So far be it for me to say who should lose their job, man. But
No,
that's just come on, man. If you are getting paid millions because you're like the cream of the crop of doing your job, and your job is to assess talent, to field the best team possible on the field, and to have that product on the field produce butts in the seats that produce revenue for your team, you don't let Sam Darnold walk after the season that he had. You just
not
don't.
only do you not let Sam Darnold walk, but you also just paid buku dollars to Kirk,
Right.
Captain Kirk, and then you ship him off to Atlanta.
Yeah. So,
They
but the
had to fire him also because if you think about it, they keep him another year. He has to stick by JJ McCarthy to justify that
right,
decision.
Yeah,
right.
And so, are you prepared to waste another season so that you're hoping this general manager could justify his job? Because what you saw on the field, that deserved to be done with.
yeah,
And you can't put Justin Jefferson through another season like that. You just can't do that to him.
right.
So yeah, he deserved to get fired.
So check this out, man. This I found this. Now, Aaron Glenn isn't on this list for some reason, and I don't know why. I don't know if it's because he's a first year coach. But this is the breakdown over the last. This is a breakdown of all the black head coaches that there have been in the NFL and their win loss records and whatnot. And some of these records are like you wonder, like, why was this person? Some of them are like, why was this person uh, even hired? And then some of them are like, why didn't you ride it out with them? You know what I'm saying? I remember when Jim Caldwell lost his job, and he Jim Caldwell wasn't a bad coach, man. He wasn't a quote unquote sexy hire. You know what I'm saying? He was kind of like when you looked at him on the sideline, he was kind of oblivious to stuff. He just looked like he was always lost. But I mean, are we looking for the head coach to be like, I don't know, some kind of, fashion and popularity mogul on the sideline? I don't think so, man. We want him there to win
Win.
games. You know what I'm saying? And so some of these guys, man, like I feel like Salah, like they got Salah on here, and I don't know, man.
Pretty wild.
It's kind of crazy, man.
Yeah,
So anyhow, I wanted to bring this up because you know I don't. This may sound a little weird, but I gotta say it anyway. I'm not really I'm not really with any kind of rule that says I have to be. This is me personally, that I have to be a candidate for a job based on the color of my skin. I hate that because it makes me feel like what I bring to the table isn't good enough. What I bring to the table isn't good enough. Like my skill set is going to be overlooked simply because of
Your color.
the color of my skin. And I don't like, I think affirmative action, that kind of stuff, it had its time and its place. You know what I'm saying? And are there biases in the workplace? Absolutely. Absolutely they are. There are. But I just feel like when you're a professional sports, sure, it's the same landscape. You know, it's like you have a person of color that's applying for the same job that a Caucasian person would be applying for, that an Asian guy might be applying for. You feel me? That a Samoan guy might be applying for. You can go on and on and on. Historically, yes, there has been an issue with the hiring of minorities in these positions. But when they're given these positions and they're hired, has their performance in these leadership roles, has their performance warranted them being extended additional offers even after they're let go from the places that they were let go from, you know? When I look at this list, I could look at like Tony Dungy. If they had fired Tony Dungy, I would be like what I said about Mike Tomlin. He'll be unemployed for 5 minutes. Mike Tomlin, 5 minutes. Dennis Green, 5 minutes. Ron Rivera, 5 minutes. Art Shell. I thought Art Shell did a phenomenal job when he was coaching the Raiders, man. You know what I'm saying? It's like Mike Singletary, just because he was a Bear doesn't mean that he should have been a coach. Herm Edwards, no. Um, just like I could go down the list, man. There's just some guys that I just feel like they got the looks simply because of the Rooney Rule. I feel like teams were afraid. It's like they got the slogan on the end zone now. Teams are afraid to not be aligned with the slogan that's on the field, and so they make these decisions to hire these coaches because they don't want to be on the wrong end of it. And is that really what we want? Or do we want someone that's going to win and somebody that has the knowledge to put a winning product on the field and to coach up a winning product on the field?
Hmm.
I mean, that's just my take.
Well, Zeke or Josh, can you guys think of any like coach that you feel was like done wrong or should have been considered or unjustly fired, or are we kind of unanimous on this?
Um, I don't know what kind of looks Brian Flores got. I know you guys mentioned him earlier. Um, one coach I can think of that's been brought up a lot as to why he never got a good look at a head coaching job. That I can think of in recent memory was Eric Bieniemy.
Mm,
Um,
yes.
with all of the work that he did as an offensive coordinator for the Chiefs, um, he never got a real good. It never seemed like he got that push to be the next big head coach of an organization. When we've seen coordinators have big years like that, and then all of a sudden they're the it guy. Um, I know a situation that I can think of that where everybody was up in arms because Jim Schwartz got overlooked for the Cleveland job, and I'm looking at his record as a head coach, and it's abysmal.
Hmm.
Why should he get a look as a head coach? I know just Dave was just talking about like some of these records for these minority coaches, and we're wondering why they kept getting gigs. We got a situation where it just seems like uh, whenever these jobs, Mike McCarthy just got hired. I mean, okay, he has a good regular season record, but what has he done in the playoffs? That's what we're talking about, right? Sean McDermott just got fired because he can't produce in the playoffs, but Mike McCarthy is a head coach again.
Right.
Um,
Well, Mike McCarthy has a Super Bowl win.
he got a Super Bowl, one Super Bowl with Aaron Rodgers. How many years ago?
Yeah,
Yeah.
man.
And what has he done since then? I mean, Mike Tomlin has a Super Bowl, but they couldn't wait to get rid of him. Well, maybe not the organization, but I know the fans couldn't wait to get rid of him. It's like I don't know, man. It's just can I think of one specific coach this year? No, but um, I just think the Rooney Rule is a farce because it's just like don't interview me to check a box.
Right.
Um, Interview me because you think I can do the job. I mean, if Mike McDaniel can be a coach in Miami for 4 years, you telling me Eric Bieniemy couldn't got a shot?
Yeah.
Um, there's a lot of coordinators. You saw the chart that said there were two black general managers. I'm gonna throw a name out there that might make the hairs on Dave's neck stand up, but he's been screaming for Louis Riddick to get a shot,
Yes.
and the man can't get a look at general manager. We've seen that he's been interviewed. The man goes on TV every week and shows that he's knowledgeable.
Yep.
He has the chops to do it, but he can't get a shot. Meanwhile, Bean gets promoted to president of operations after you fire the head coach, but the general manager gets promoted to president. I don't know, man. I I,
You
I
know what
don't
I'm
think the Rooney Rule um it's doing what they intended. It's kind of like a here we gave you an interview, now shut up.
You
mm,
know,
Yeah.
And
I will say that
I
that's a
don't I
really good
don't want
example.
that.
See, when you brought up the enemy, from all reports, I mean, apparently he's not really good in the interviews. Um, but if he can turn Patrick Mahomes back into Patrick Mahomes, because I think most people that were watching would probably agree, like on Fox, the number one um, Chiefs fan, Nick Wright, used to
mm,
have like a Mahomes Mountain, and he even had to concede that Mahomes couldn't be at the top of the Mahomes Mountain because he wasn't playing at the MVP caliber, all time great GOAT conversation quarterback that he has in recent years. He was making interceptions, he was making bad reads. If Eric Bieniemy could go back into Kansas City and turn him back into the Patrick Mahomes we all know, I mean, I think that would be undeniable. He has to get an opportunity. I don't care if he's a bad interviewer. You got to give him a shot if he's able to turn Patrick Mahomes back into what we've seen in years past. So that's a really good example.
And that whole interview thing, I got a guy at my job who could probably be one of the best technicians that we've ever had, but he doesn't take tests well. He's not a good test taker. He doesn't interview well. We've got guys who ace every interview and ace every test, and they should be nowhere near a supervisor position or a management position. It's like you can be book smart, but there's just something about certain guys when you put them on the field and put a headset on them, they can
yeah.
probably run a team better than a lot. Like I said, Mike McDaniel was a head coach. Apparently, he was able to ace the interview well enough to get a head coaching gig. The dude, every time I looked at him, didn't look like he belonged anywhere on the NFL sideline as a
Right.
head coach. And he
Right.
got 4 years in Miami. There's plenty of dudes that they interview well, but I mean, I can go through the list of Cowboys coaches that since Jimmy Johnson, like, okay, these guys had good interviews, but I'm pretty sure there were tons of other candidates who might not have interviewed well, but could have been a better head coach than Dave Campo
Mm.
or Chan Gailey or insert name here. It's just I don't I think people take too much into what goes on in the interviews. It's like again, Mike McCarthy. His interview should have been did Dez catch the ball? Yes or no? I saw a meme that was his interview, and it might have been not that simple, but you give all the right answers in the interview to make the owner feel good. All right, you just conned yourself into a 3 or 4 year gig. But you got guys who might not give the right answers in the interview, but they can coach their butts off, and the players will play for them and run through a brick wall for them. So yeah, it is what it is. I
You
think
know what?
I honestly I think the Rooney Rule has run its course because I don't see the benefits of it.
Do you know what surprised me the most though after looking at this list and now looking at that chart that you had, Dave, for the Rooney Rule? Where's
Yeah.
D'Amico Ryan?
Yeah, I don't know why some of the guys are missing off of here, man.
So maybe Robert Saleh isn't one of the ones that they included.
Yeah, that makes sense. Because Robert Saleh, he's not black, so that's got to be D'Amico Ryan.
Yeah,
And D'Amico has done an outstanding job. I
with
feel
Houston.
bad that his quarterback let him down so horrendously in the playoffs, but he's done an outstanding job. Did you guys want to talk about James Harden?
No.
Yeah, no,
I got the video.
we got him in the roundup, but maybe we should talk about that a little bit here.
And you want to jump into it happening today first?
What do you think, guys?
Yeah, let's jump in. Let's jump into it happened today real quick. Cause the juice has made it 2 weeks in a row.
Oh,
This
Back to
time it's
back
not
weeks for the
good news for
juice.
him though. So whoever's gonna read this, let's get it.
Nah, you gonna read this. You pick these topics, you read them. You gonna put this on nobody else.
All right, so let's get it. Let's get it. All right. So in 1997, Mario Lemieux is the seventh NHL player to score 600 goals. Man, Lemieux was, whew,
Super Mario.
sir.
Yo,
Let's
him
get
and
it.
Yager, man.
Yeah,
That was a
man.
dangerous combo.
Yes, sir. All right, let's jump to the bottom real quick. We'll save the shock and awe until last. In 1991, baseball's Hall of Fame board of directors vote 12-0 to bar Pete Rose due to his betting on games while being a player and a manager. So they barred him for life from any involvement in MLB, which in my opinion is a travesty based on all
Okay.
the other nonsense that they let go on. But I digress.
So they were unanimous on that, but not unanimous on like Ken
Yeah,
Griffey and junk.
Ken
And
Griffey
yeah,
Jr., Derek
yeah,
Jeter, Cal
yeah,
Ripken. They
yeah,
that's
weren't even
crazy.
unanimous on Babe Ruth and Cy Young.
yeah,
It-
They
It's
were
just dumb.
unanimous on barring Pete Rose. That's crazy.
yeah. It's
Yeah.
bananas. And then the infamous deleter is back. In
Deleter.
1997, OJ, the deleter Simpson, is found liable in the deaths of Ron Goldman and Nicole Simpson in a civil court action. There was a $33.5 million civil judgment awarded to the families of Simpson's ex-wife, Nicole Brown Simpson, and her friend, Ronald Goldman, by a
Her
California jury.
friend. Friend.
Yeah, so that's that. I'm going to leave that alone.
Why'd you put that one up there? It
Just, you know
happened today.
why?
It's supposed to be a happy time, man.
This fool
Like
showed up
happy
twice.
birthday shout outs, not
He he showed because he showed up twice. The first time it was like, "Hey, OJ did this," and it's
yeah,
like,
OJ
"Ooh, oh
did
my
something
God, look
great.
what OJ
Yeah,
did."
let's focus on the sports aspect of it.
I'm
Nah,
just saying. I mean, it's like so. The sports aspect of it is OJ didn't have 33.5 million to give them, so they started hawking all of his sports memorabilia. If you remember that, they tried to get it. So that's the sports aspect of it.
the crazy part is he got sent to jail over sports memorabilia.
He did because he apparently somebody they some of his stuff was in some storage area thing or somebody broke into it and
And
sold
he
it or
found
whatever.
them.
Who knows, man? Whatever. But yeah, whatever. I put him
Whatever.
on there because it was he showed up in the list twice
The
in
juice.
consecutive weeks. So I was like, all right. I can't
All
even
right,
remember
so
what
it looks
last week.
like
Oh,
we got a lot in the roundup to get to. So you
there's a
let's
lot.
just start charging through this.
Yeah,
Yep.
yeah. Let me jump in real quick for the first one, man, because I know all you hockey haters out there. You know what I'm saying? I know you hate hockey, Zeke, and I
Whoa, I was pointing to him. What do you mean I hate hockey?
Hang on, Dave. Let me get rid of this.
Bro, I've been to hockey games
Oh, okay. Hang on.
and I have a great time. Although I'm not, if I'm being honest, I'm not there for the hockey. I'm there for the fights.
You waiting
I
for
But
the
feel
fight
you.
to break out.
I feel you. But shout out to the Buffalo Sabres, man, the Rochester Americans, and to my New York Rangers. So anyway, New York Rangers took an L today by trading Artemi Panarin. He was traded to the Los Angeles Kings, and when he signed with them, he signed a 2 year extension worth $22 million, and over 2 years. And the Rangers had to dump him because 11 mil AAV was a little too much for them. They're in some they're not doing too great right now. So shout out to the Buffalo Sabres though. Buffalo Sabres are hanging in there. I think my boy Chris told me they're in third place, but they're like separated by like I think 1 point in the points standing. So the Sabres, man, are doing some things, man. They're looking like they're serious, man. They got a new GM and they're doing their thing. I wish my Rangers would wake up and get that kind of vigor, man. So back to you, Peasy. My bad. Thank you for letting me have
All
my
right.
NHL
No,
time.
no, you're good, man. We appreciate the hockey segment. Hey, I managed to sneak in a little tennis, so that's it's all good. Paul George suspended 25 games for violating NBA anti-drug policy.
Percocet P.
Shout out
Percocet
to Sabres
P.
fan out there.
I don't know. I,
Oh my goodness. Do you guys think that might have had uh like knowledge of this might have led to James Harden getting traded?
Nah, I don't know,
James
man.
Harden led to James Harden getting traded, man.
Seriously, man.
That dude is
Harden
a
is
cornball. I'll just leave it at that. Dude is a
All right.
cornball.
So Jarrell Miller gets wigs. Who wrote this? Who wrote this? Who
Bro,
wrote this?
yo,
Got his
what?
listen,
muffin cap peeled back.
Yo,
Who
I'm,
wrote this?
don't worry. When I pull this up, you'll see why it was written that way. My man, like straight up, just
You
insane.
got video?
I don't have a video, but I got better. I got a still
Man,
image.
you write something up like that, you gotta have video because we need
No, look,
evidence.
this doesn't even need video evidence. This is the perfect shot right here. You ready?
All right.
Bruh.
Toupee souffle.
Bruh.
No, they literally that man literally pushed his wig back.
he did. Got his
Bro.
wig.
The one thing that's crazy though is as we're watching this live, you see his hair there and everything. You don't think anything about it. Then all of a sudden, a couple minutes later, you see this line form, and it's like, yo, did he just get cut like on his head? And then all of a
Bro.
sudden, he's getting punched in the face, and every punch is just lifting this thing, and then finally it flips back like this on live television.
Yo, that
Man,
barber gotta see me, man.
he's fighting a fighter that is bald headed. Why who you trying to impress, bro?
So
Who you trying to like? Is this worse, guys? Is this worse than LeBron's hairline?
yes, by far, this is the most
Yeah.
Without
embarrassing,
question.
most
Yeah.
embarrassing thing to ever happen to any live sporting event that I could even think of.
Bro, he ripped it off and threw it into the audience.
Yeah, he went. Yeah, finally he rips it off. He throws it out to the crowd, and he's like laughing and dancing about it. And afterwards, I like his humility. I like that he was able to kind of laugh it off at the end. But that was after the rest of the world had already laughed at him, um, and it just to me like I think like he won the fight. By the way, he won the fight. And everybody thought like, yeah, for sure, this dude's losing. He seemed to be losing, but maybe that was just the thrust that had to uh, push him a little bit further. He was like, nah, man, I can't get embarrassed and lose
Man,
this.
take two L's tonight.
Yeah. Um, but
Bro, but a lot of these athletes turn these L's now into sponsorships. You guys saw the what Kevin Durant did with his ashy ankles?
Yeah.
I did, man.
He turned that into a lotion sponsorship. So maybe this dude could turn it into a hair transplant, hair treatment.
But if
Bro,
you
it's sponsorship opportunities.
He just needs to go
Haircut for
away.
men.
very well could be, but if you just listen to what he said about it afterwards, he was like he before the fight he was in a rush. He was trimming his hair and he nicked like a whole bunch of it. So instead of it, he just shaved it all and put that on. That's at least what he reported. I don't
Yeah,
know how accurate,
boo.
it is, but like either way, like your head is going to be the very centerpiece of what your opponent is targeting. Why would you put something that could come off on your head? It just
Yeah.
poor.
That's a great
Get better
photo, by
glue,
the way.
man.
Jeez,
All
yeah,
right. Well,
Leave the Elmers alone.
leave it alone.
well,
Leave it alone.
Clint Kubiak is leaving the Seattle Seahawks to coach the Raiders allegedly. We were talking about in previous podcasts how we thought that the Raiders had a very good opportunity if they hired the right people, if they drafted correctly, to be that next team that goes from like outside or top pick to playoffs, right? Guys, this move put them in that driver's seat in your estimation.
Mm. Yeah, I don't know.
Doesn't move the needle, huh?
No.
It all
I
depends on what
mean,
Mendoza does.
it is all going to come down to that. They also need to improve that offensive line. I kind of had the same feeling when you guys were talking about Salah, like whether or not he'd be able to turn that team around. They don't have the playmakers in Tennessee. They do have the playmakers in Vegas. They got the playmakers. Both of those teams need offensive lines. Um, but I think Tennessee's in a worse spot. I think they need playmakers too. They don't have anyone that really impresses you on the outside, although they got some young talent that could develop.
Hmm.
They
And
got the draft picks though, bro. They got great draft position. We talked about that before you came on.
yeah, and they're gonna need to draft right, and so it's kind of a wait and see. Let's see who they get. Let's see what they blossom into, because right now ain't nobody taking the ingredients that are there and turning that into much more than what's there at the moment. Just the talent is not in the stable.
I
Mm.
got a question for you. Speaking of the Raiders, a certain wide receiver who is currently incarcerated is eligible for parole in August. You think there's any chance we see him back with the Raiders? Henry Ruggs?
Mm.
I think
No.
his career is cooked, bro.
You
Yeah.
think so?
Yeah.
Yeah. That's the dude that exploded the car and killed the girl.
Hmm.
Yeah, he done.
Yeah.
And here's I'm gonna tell you this is crazy, right? Wasn't her dog in the car too? I think her dog was in the car because people were outraged that the dog was a part of it. That the dog
Okay,
got
I can't take them seriously.
bruh. But let me tell you, the dog community, bro, and that's what I'm saying,
They're
man.
crazy.
The
Dog
out
community, tree
the
community,
outrage if
just
they brought him back, the outrage from the dog community would
you have
be
PETA marching outside of the stadium.
bananas. It would be bananas, bro. I'm telling you.
I think it's different, Zeke, when you like to Dave's point when like you hurt other individuals, the vitriol that you're gonna get. This is not like a Josh Gordon situation with the Browns where it's like, man, he's talented enough. Let's bring him back. Only person
Right.
he hurting is himself, right? He taking all them drugs.
Yeah.
This ain't that situation, man. Like there's
It's
people
not
involved.
unprecedented though. Y'all remember Leonard Little played for the Rams, caught a
Yeah.
body in a DUI, I think it was, and still signed a massive contract after that. It's not
Yeah.
unprecedented.
I'm not trying to be funny, man, but was a dog involved? Because I'm telling you, bro. I'm telling you, man.
AL, what is it? What are they? The ALPCA or APs?
Something like that, man.
The alpacas.
When they started asking Mike Vick and irritating Mike Vick with them questions about the dog fighting after games and stuff, when he was like trying to walk away and stuff, and every time they asked him them questions, he got more and more aggravated. I was like, They gonna get this dude, man. They gonna get this dude over some dogs, bro. Some dogs on a property that he was no. Let me tell you something. anybody who anybody with some hood knowledge knows when a cat out of the hood makes it and he reaches back to the community to help, there's either going to be a record label started, there's either going to be a tent shop open, or there's going to be some dog breeding going on. Those are the ones right there. Hey man, help me get this off the ground. And when you have your cousin or whoever it was living on a property that you own, and you give them money to start a dog breeding business, and it ends up being a dog fighting business, it's on you. That's on you. I highly doubt at all that Mike Vick knew what was going on there, but he had to take the fall, bro. He had to, because everything was in his name. Everything that happened on his property, all of that, man.
Mm.
And so my thing is, when a dog is involved, bro, you can forget it. They're gonna be more upset that this dude ran into this car 100 plus miles an hour, just annihilated this car, man. Unfortunately, the young lady lost her life, but then there was also a dog involved. How could you do that to that dog? I'm not trying to be funny, bro. This is, bro. I've worked with some severely dedicated dog people, bro, and they like, careful what you say.
You know
Yeah.
what? We shut up, Zeke. Okay,
Yeah,
Shut
man.
up.
shut
I'm
up, Zeke.
saying, man. I'm just telling you, bro. Seriously.
All right. Carlos Alcaraz becomes the youngest ever to complete the career Grand Slam, which is quite the accomplishment. Because if I'm correct, I think he's like 22. He actually beat it by quite a bit. And a lot of people would consider, I think, Djokovic as the current GOAT just because he has the most, he has the most tournament victories of all time. And he managed to beat him in the final. I actually had a chance to watch that. It was pretty compelling tennis. The man is just, I mean, he's all over the place. Very, very fast. Um, Great first serve. He's kind of all over the place. His goal is to become the greatest all time.
Uh oh.
Gotta go.
Better.
That sounds bad. All right.
Sounds like
We're
a
getting
fire
a
Not
line.
sure
alarm. Get
what
Yo,
off
that
the
is.
screen.
easy about
Sounds
to
like
run
a
through
Take
the
us
fire
with
alarm.
you.
wire.
Hey, we're gonna have to. That's all, folks.
Do your thing, Peasy.
All
All
right.
right,
I'll
bro.
catch you
Thanks for
guys
checking
later.
in.
All right, man.
Yes, sir.
You
Be
guys
Have a
have
good
a
safe.
good
night,
day,
fellas.
bro.
Be safe. That's pretty wild.
Hey, yo. He's off the ship now, right? He's at a resort.
I think so.
That's what it looks like. I don't think they have like Wi-Fi on the ships like that.
Yeah. No.
Oh, okay.
So yeah.
I saw a ceiling fan in the mirror. If he's on a ship, he's in a suite, and he need to break me off some money. Let me hold something right quick.
Oh man. But
And he was waxing poetic about tennis, and not now one of us cares. So,
yeah.
It's all
sorry
good,
you
man.
didn't get a chance to finish your point, Peasy.
Oh yeah. Sorry, Peasy. But prayers up, man. Hopefully you guys stay safe. Um, let's get back into what he was covering here. So we just talked about Carlos Alcaraz. Was anyone following
That was
what
going
he
to
was
be his segment, man.
saying? All right. So I mean, just in itself alone, Carlos,
Congratulations, Carlos.
big ups, man. Youngest to do it. So,
Y'all
Passing
some
of the
haters,
torch
man.
moment. Good
there's
Y'all
job,
are some haters, man.
yeah.
Dave. You got anything to say about Carlos Alcaraz
Nope.
and him beating? Okay, all right. Thank you, thank you.
Alcaraz. I thought you said Alcatraz.
Alcatraz. That's what Alcaraz. Ooh, what's that?
All I heard. All
Yeah,
right.
I'm good.
Well, next on the topics, James Harden traded
Oh,
again
Yo, we got a video. We should just let the video cook.
to the Cavs,
uh,
and as he said it best, let's do this. Let me pull this up here. Studio mode. Boom, boom. Let's transition. And what is it? Nick Wright, right?
Yeah.
I would not trade Darius Garland for James Harden under any circumstances. All this guy does is quit on teams and fold in the playoffs. For a decade, when Brew and I first did any TV together, when this show first started, 2017, 2018, I argued he's the best player ever without a ring. And his all NBAs, his MVP finishes, scoring title, assist title, 36 a game, 34 a game in the regular season, that put him next to Karl Malone or Elgin or any of those guys, and eventually he'll get there. And since I started making that argument, he's quit on 4 teams and folded in 6 playoff series. A quick reminder, folks. He went to Houston. He got Dwight Howard. Didn't quite work. Got Chris Paul. That could have worked. They got a little unlucky with Chris's hamstring. He then wanted Chris out. They mortgage all the picks to bring in Russell Westbrook. That seems like it's working. Game 4 against the Lakers, 2 for 11. Season over, series over. And then James Harden's in a fat suit demanding a trade. Plays 2 games, quits on the court. They send him to Brooklyn. It's scary hours time. That team can win. Kyrie turns his ankle. He hurts his hamstring. Comes back for game 5, 1 for 10. Game 7 against Milwaukee, 5 for 17. Early next season, quits again. Daryl saves him, brings him to Philly. That first playoff series, they have a game 6 at home. Goes 4 for 16, a 3 for 11 in game 7. And then he goes to China and is like to a bunch of kids on an Adidas tour. He's like, I want to make a statement. Daryl Morey's a liar and I'll never play for his team again. The Clippers trade for him. His first year with the Clippers in the playoffs. He goes 2 for 12 and then 5 for 16 in games 5 and 6. The Clippers swallow it. Then last year, in game 7, goes 2 for 8, and they give him an extension. And the team is finally winning this year, months after the extension. He doesn't show up for work in Phoenix, goes to an Arizona State basketball game 10 minutes from where his team is playing basketball. They call it personal reasons, and he demands a trade. You can't win with this guy. He's an all-time great player and an all-time great quitter and an all-time great choker. That is what his NBA legacy is.
Wow.
Man, listen. Right now, I don't really rock with Nick Wright because he looks like Dracula, Lord Farquaad, and Hans Gruber from the Die Hard movie. So seeing all 3 of those images kind of blows my mind every time I see him. But this dude cooked right now, okay? Mm-hmm. Props to Nick Wright, man. He cooked, and he couldn't have been. He was on a roll, man. He was on a roll, and he couldn't have been any more right with his take, man. No pun intended.
Yeah, there's no doubt. Yeah, he nailed it. I agree. I usually call him Nick Wrong, and this man was spot on with this James Harden. I mean, and he literally spit it, fact after fact after fact.
He was just cooking.
That's wow. That's yeah.
James Harden
there's nothing left for us to say after that.
Yeah.
James Harden wants to be Batman so bad. He's more fit as like a Robin or I don't know, maybe even an Alfred. He can't be your number 1 guy.
No.
They had a good thing going at OKC, and that was a whole lot of ego that got involved. That team should have never broken up when you got Russ, you got KD, you got James Harden, you got a young Serge Ibaka. Let Kendrick Perkins tell you he was the leader of that team, but Kendrick Perkins is a joke. So, but yeah, that team, that was just a case of ego ruining something great. And James would have been good as the Chris Bosh or the Kevin Love aspect of a big 3. But you can't win with James as your number 1, man. He'll go out and he'll have good bursts, and then when you need him the most, choke.
For him, the NBA is just a fashion statement.
That's it, bro.
That's literally all it is. He cares about how he looks for the media when he walks in and how he looks for the media when he leaves. Like, that's all that man cares about. And, yeah, I couldn't agree more. You know, I do like how he said, though, he's an all-time great. Like, you can't deny the triple doubles that he was able to put up in his time with a couple of those teams. Just that alone, for me, like it's one thing to score 20 points. It's another thing to score 20 points and get 10 plus rebounds and get 10 plus assists. That's like between him and Westbrook, that's an accomplishment in itself. But beyond that, I hear you. All right, enough of that. Let's go on to the Framber Valdez. He's still unsigned as the
Nah, he
MLB.
actually signed.
He signed.
Okay,
We talked about that
yep,
earlier.
you're right. We just talked about it. He just
Yeah.
signed today, so we don't have to get into that. But did you have something to share on that?
It's kind of irrelevant now, isn't it, Zeke?
Because he signed.
Well, I mean, we're like I said, we're what 5 days away from spring training starting, and it took him this long to get signed. I'm
Yeah,
surprised he got that much money. Like,
yeah,
especially with that team and what they're dealing with like the ace of aces right now. Like, y'all don't want to pay Scooble, but you'll give Framber 38 mil a year for 3 years. That's ridiculous. But I mean, I'm just shocked it took this long. Um, that he had that incident last year where he was upset with his catcher, and the catcher tried to tell him to back off and call another pitch, and Framber was like, "No, I'm throwing this," and it absolutely got torpedoed over the wall, and he got mad. And the next pitch was a fastball to the catcher's chest, and he tried to play it off as a simple cross up, but anybody watching that knows that it was intentional.
yep,
Which is why a lot of teams think, or a lot of people think that's why he went so long. I mean, you're talking about somebody who's a perennial Cy Young candidate. The dude is an awesome pitcher, left-handed starter. Those are at a premium, and he's 5 days away from spring training starting before he gets signed. So, but I guess in the end, it wasn't the long-term deal that was probably looking for. But I mean, that seems to be a thing now, like short-term deal, high AAV. Who's going to be mad at 38 mil a year for the next 3 years? And
I wish.
when this contract is up, he's still going to be in prime position to get another big deal if he can prove himself. So
yep.
I guess he wins in the end, but yeah.
So let me ask you this question: with him now off the board, who who's left? Who's still on the fritz for a big contract or a big move? With this
A lot of the
with
big names are gone now. I mean, for a while it was Kyle Tucker until he went to the Dodgers, and
mhm.
I mean,
um,
big name, but probably it's not going to get big money. Is I think Justin Verlander is still out there.
really, yeah,
Yeah,
he's that. Um, I'm surprised Ozuna from the Braves is still out there. He hasn't got
oh
signed
yeah.
yet. He's been producing as a DH. Like, I think he's one of those people where DH being universal now, it just opens up the whole league, and I'm surprised he's still out there.
Is he close?
But
Is he close to 40?
he's about 34, 35.
That's
But I
prime.
mean, here's the thing though, like
That's prime for
he's not
cash.
playing the field, he's hitting, and he's been hitting last couple of years. I mean, he's been. If it wasn't for Otani, he'd probably get Silver Slugger for DH. I
Yeah,
mean,
don't let Cashman know he's out there.
he'll be
Cashman
wearing
like, oh, you
pinstripes
close
for
to
you.
35? Yeah, man, we want you to play shortstop too.
We'll even let you wear number two.
Right?
Oh man,
Don't get me started, man.
Funny. All right. Well,
Cashman catching
I think
strays.
we're good, man. I don't,
we are.
yeah,
Yeah.
we had
That's
a lot of roundup tonight.
plenty of stuff to talk about.
And we could have put some of those roundup topics in the main topics, but we all know NFL is king around here. We
NFL is
wax
king until
poetic
this
about the
deal is over.
NFL for 55 minutes and not even
Hey,
blink an
man, we
eye.
gotta
But
let we gotta let Josh talk about his sport, man.
Hey,
Everybody's got a
Chris,
sport.
for
Chris,
sure.
Chris comes on, and all of a sudden it's like, oh, we got to stick. My man was on for 5 minutes, and he managed to get through like five topics. He was like, all right, skip to this, skip to this. Oh wait, Zeke's talking. Got to cut him off.
That's
Oh no,
because
yeah,
you know why? That's because he had his family pull a smoke alarm. He pulled a fast
right, right, right,
alarm.
right.
He
That
had
wasn't even a real
his family
alarm. That
pull
was,
a
hey,
smoke alarm.
Johnny. Hit the button on your phone right quick.
Right. Right.
That was
That's
a YouTube
crazy.
video.
You know what
Can
it
you
is.
imagine? Can you imagine? He's probably watching. He's one of the viewers watching right now. These guys are
Right.
punking me again.
You already know what it is.
Yeah. No, it's good stuff. But
Sweet.
appreciate you guys for watching as always. Thank you for tuning in. Thank you for those who commented and entertained us again as we entertain you. So big shout out to everybody for joining us. You can follow us again, subscribe, and we'll be back at it live again next Wednesday, 9 p.m.
Yes. Yes.
here at the
Yes.
Opps SportsCast. Until then, peace out.
Deuces.
Later.